Hello! Hello there, everybody! We are here! I tried to put it in chat that we were going to be about 30 minutes late. Doug had to see a movie, like it's his
Sorry.
job or
I
something.
know. I'm a dick.
No, it's all right, Doug. We still love you. So yes, hello. We are here and ready to answer your questions. I see we have a few of them already lined up. So let's get to the rules so we can get to the questions, especially since we are still ending at the usual time. We are not extending it to 7:30. So get that out of the way right now. So let's get started with the rules. First and foremost, we're going to give priority to the bit messages since that is some real world money spent. Sometimes at the end of stream we do have time for highlighted messages, but I would save your highlighted messages for the end of stream because I cannot scroll up and go back if you highlight them now. I just can't do it. Physically cannot. Please do not repeat the same things over and over again in chat. You could get timed out or even banned if you're going to continue doing it. Please no spoilers, okay? I haven't seen the Multiverse of Madness yet. Not everyone has seen Moon Knight yet, okay? Don't be that person.
Moon Knigget.
Oh, Moon Knigget. Sorry, you're right. So please don't be that person to spoil those things for everyone. Please no paragraphs. We are already short on time, so the longer the question, the more likely I am to read it really, really fast and we lose the question. So short and sweet is the best way to go. And I think that might be it.
I think we good.
All right, cool.
All right.
Great, awesome. Let's jump into it then. Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug. I'm glad you mentioned all the various big-name rock stars who sang "This World Is Something New to Me" in the Rugrats movie. I guess Iggy Pop can cross singing as a baby off his bucket list.
I guess so, as well as a lot of... And they weirdly sounded bad, but again, I think it's because it's a lot of different singers, probably not in the same room, recording that.
Dext Rage, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi guys, I know the last one was long ago, and maybe some things have changed over the years, but is there a possibility of another 3 Schmuckheads review with Spoonie and Linkara? I loved those. Thanks, keep up the good work.
Oh, thank you so
I don't even
much.
know where Spoonie is.
I think
he got lost
in the
in
cards.
Yeah.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on Jim Belushi as an actor? I just saw him and Aykroyd perform live as the Blues Brothers, and I don't think I appreciated him enough before. The dude is 67 and killing it.
Oh, that's really cool. I like him okay. There's always
he's fine.
The unfortunate, you're gonna compare him to his brother, but I mean, honestly, he's totally fine. He's a decent actor.
Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Rob. I asked Doug this question a while back, but what are your thoughts on the movie School of Rock? Personally, I've always had a major soft spot for it. Jack Black is so hilarious, and I think it's a prime example of how to do a liar-revealed story without dragging it all out.
I think soft spot's the best way to put it, because I'm just like, is this the greatest movie of all time? Not really, but there's just something kind of charming about it. I always liked it. So
Same.
I agree. Maybe guilty pleasure, not sure, but yeah, I enjoyed it.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which Ghostbusters movie is the second best for you after the original by default?
I mean, Afterlife
Christ.
for me.
Probably Ghostbusters 2.
Alexander, sorry, I just love the different feelings you guys have on Afterlife. Doug's like, Afterlife for sure, and Rob's like, God damn it, Doug.
God, Afterlife, like, it's a toss-up between 2016 and Afterlife for me. They're both really bad.
That's so weird to me. I mean, everyone's different.
Yeah. Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. What would you say is the most annoying song in the Rugrats movie?
Man, they're mostly when I think the first one when the two little girls are singing at the same time, that was just like that really kind of hurt.
Antari, thank you for the 100 bits. So now that you've reviewed the first Rugrats movie, will you do the others and maybe even the Wild Thornberrys movie as well?
Maybe. I actually heard the Thornberrys movie is good. I've never seen the show.
I've heard the same thing.
But I've heard the movie's pretty good. I'm sure the show's good too.
Doesn't that one also have Tim Curry in it?
He's in all of them. I never knew that animation
like in
studio used him in everything, and I love that. How can you not like a studio that
He's
does
their
that?
lucky charm.
Yeah.
Sext Rage, thank you for the 50 bits. Guys, what do you think about the Dennis the Menace movie from '93 with Christopher Lloyd and Walter Matthau? For me, it's a childhood classic, and I like the Home Alone movies 1 and 2 on Christmas. This one I watch every summer.
That was all right.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan, but it's...
But for what it is, I mean, if you're going to do a Dennis the Menace movie, I guess that's how you do it.
I was a teenager when I saw it, which also didn't help. And maybe if I watched it again, but...
Framizer, thank you for the 50 bits. If you thought the Rugrats playing Raiders was interesting in the sequel, they fantasize about the Godfather.
Yeah, man. What are they showing their kids in that family?
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. So, Doug, how was the Multiverse of Madness? I saw it and liked it. I loved how it felt more like Raimi's movie than a Marvel movie.
I love the hell out of it.
I can't wait to see it now.
I'm definitely
Same.
not gonna. There is like a movie critic side of me that's like, well, this is kind of lacking, and this doesn't quite work, and this, But even the movie critic side of me would say it's good. Like the Sam Raimi Marvel side of me, just like had an absolute blast and loved like all of it. Just absolutely loved it.
Fantastic. Dillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. What's your favorite Star Wars moment in any movie?
Oh shit.
The Darth Vader stuff at the end of Rogue One. God, it's the most badass Darth Vader I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, for whatever reason, what's popping in my head, either Luke fighting Vader with the Emperor watching, with the music plays.
Yeah, that was gonna be up there.
I mean, unpopular opinion, in Last Jedi, I really like when Yoda uses the lightning to strike
the tree,
the place down, and just them both sitting there looking at the fire. Luke alive, Yoda dead, and they're just sitting there looking at the fire. Just two old men. One's already dead,
and then it rained fanboy tears. It was great.
Yeah, and maybe that's why. Maybe because I knew people would be like that, but I was like, I don't know. Maybe because I'm getting older, I connect with that more.
I really like Yoda's speech about the Force in Empire Strikes Back. Luminous beings are we, not this crude matter. Like, and he just goes off in his own little world, and it's like you really lose the fact that it's a puppet there. Like the puppet's really good. You generally lose it, but there I'm just like, wow, this is like some human being just waxing mystical. Like, I really enjoyed that bit.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. Everybody laugh, it's carnival time. We got jokes, we got bits, we even have a random dude named Doug who can do the Pennywise dance. How y'all doing?
There you go. I think I could do the waha there. Good. Doing the Pennywise dance.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. How would you rank these beautifully hammy supervillain performances? Terrence Stamp as Zod, or Ewan McGregor as Black Mask, and Willem Dafoe as the Green Goblin?
I'm going to go with Stamp, because Stamp walked so the others could run.
I mean, there's a lot of truth to that. Yeah, I put him first, too.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. In honor of Doctor Strange this weekend, favorite Sam Raimi film?
Oh, Simple Plan.
Evil Dead 2. But A Simple Plan's a really, really good movie.
Yeah, and 2 would be second for me, Evil Dead 2.
Fat Disney Nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Hello, you delicious trio. Oh my. How you doing?
Good. Delicious.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your top 3 favorite Pixar films?
No, actually, that's all the Pete Docter movies. Inside Out, Soul, and Up.
I love Up, Wall-E.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I really like the Brad Bird ones too, The Incredibles and Ratatouille.
Yeah, Ratatouille's up there. That's difficult. Cinephile Railroad, thank you for the 100 bits. Yeah, boy, oh boy, do I have a question for you guys. And that's it.
Good question.
Antari,
Awesome.
Thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, on one hand, I've requested Rugrats a few times and I liked your thoughts, but on the other, those Star Wars jokes were phenomenally forced, no pun intended. Why didn't you review a real Star Wars something for May the 4th?
I was looking at what there was. Nothing. I just wasn't in the mood to review anything, Star Wars related. I was like,
but
at
Doug,
some point I should see the Rugrats movie.
But you've missed your chance now, Doug. There's never going to be another May 4th again.
that falls on an NC day. That might be true.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Not gonna lie, after seeing the latest League of Super Pets trailer, I'm actually a little curious. It seems like it might be a little heartwarming.
I have a theory that's going to be one of those that looks terrible, but is secretly going to be kind of smart and like you said, kind of heartwarming. That's my theory. I could be 100% wrong, but that's my theory.
We'll find out.
DCL Coda, thank you for the 50 bits. Hello, I've been on a kick from a musical called Come From Away, and I'm curious if any of you have heard/seen it live or pro shot. If you haven't, check it out, but I'd suggest going in completely blind. You'll get why if you see it. I know a little bit about it, DCL Coda, because my brother lived in Jersey for a little while, and I know he saw it live and was like, you guys have to see this.
Oh, okay.
So I know a little bit about it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at pictures here. I mean, doesn't look like anything. That's why it makes me even more curious what it is.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm on my way to see Multiverse of Madness. I'm pumped, and I've avoided all spoilers.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have a good time.
Hewlett Band, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey guys, how was Velocipaster? I wanted to watch it, but unfortunately the UK doesn't have the film. Is there any way to get past that? I do not control what's on Amazon Prime, so sorry.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
VPN shit do anything for that? I don't know.
Hey, I was gonna say
Probably.
maybe ExpressVPN might want to look into that, but
You'd be supporting the angry video game nerd.
yeah. And us.
Are we advertising them?
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That's
I
right.
thought that was the joke. Like you'd be supporting the nerd, like haha, because we push a lot. It's
I
like,
forget.
Wait, you might actually be
I thought we
referring
were
to
all
James.
about stamps, okay?
I actually really liked Velocipaster. I totally see how some people would not, but it was just my type of silly humor. So I really liked it.
Oh, I just read that. Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. If I were the director of Kick-Assia, then it would have taken place in Madagascar, the biggest island nation. It would have involved magic rings that give superpowers, and the point of taking over the country was to acquire magic gauntlets that give the power of molecular transmutation. Thanks, Firestorm.
What's
do it.
stopping
Go. I mean, I'm sure there's got to be another
I'd watch
person.
that more than our own movie. Go do
Yeah,
it.
I'm sure there's got to be someone that owns a micronation there. You never know.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. I just left from watching Doctor Strange 2. No spoilers, obviously, but damn, Heather was hardcore. He often has a joke that I am Wanda.
Yeah, I think you'll have a good time, man.
Dillbomb, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on The Truman Show? Personally, I think it's a film that just gets better with age and is probably Carrie's most genuine role, not to mention Ed Harris as well.
That film was so ahead of its time.
It
And the
was.
only thing it got wrong is that it made the assumption that, like, well, you would have to not tell the person that they're being watched and on camera, when in reality, anybody would sign up for it. Reality TV totally proved that. But I think that movie's amazing and totally underrated.
I do like it. It is one of those strange ones where it's like, I like it, I don't love it, and I don't entirely know why. I've never quite figured that one out. Like, there's one missing ingredient to make this like a brilliant, like heart-wrenching movie. And maybe that's it. Maybe there's not quite enough edge to it. They try to make it a little bit too much of like a fairy tale with him, which I know is the idea of like the show, and that's what we're seeing and everything. But like, if they somehow dipped into like the dark side of that character, which you never see, maybe then I would love the film. I think that might be what's missing, but I get what they're doing. We're only seeing what everyone else is seeing, so I do get it.
That Disney nerd, thank you for the 100 bits. Rob, you're a man who appreciates knowledge and facts, so please share with the whole class. What's the most useless fact that you know?
Most useless fact that
Go to
I know?
Animaniacs,
Yes.
they had a couple of them.
God, worthless fact.
We can move on if you want to think for a second.
What was it? If you wanted to dethrone an ancient Irish king, you had to cut off their nipples.
All right, cool. Good fact. Antari, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, how far are you into Star Wars Rebels? And will you watch Amphibia next? I know you already said yes, but I just love hearing you say it.
Yes, there it is again. You can just clip that and watch it over and over and over. I started season 4. I haven't got a chance to do a video on season 3. Maybe I'll just do 3 and 4 together. I don't know. I thought season 3 was okay. I'm really thinking everything I really love about the show kind of ties back to Clone Wars. I don't know. I'll get my thoughts when it's all over.
I love that Queen Calypsant in chat says, they said a useless fact, Rob. They would like to become an ancient Irish king.
Oh, sorry. My mistake. Aaron Gobra. I don't know.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, did you like the trailer for Avatar: The Way of Water? That film looks gorgeous, but I should wait to see what the story is.
Well, it's fine because I saw it. I saw Doctor Strange on IMAX, which I do encourage, unless you're like Heather and you get motion sickness with that, in which case do not. And yeah, I mean, all they showed was the pretty scenery, but it was very pretty. It was very impressive to look at. And for something called The Way of Water, I like there's a lot of water. I know it sounds strange, but it's like actually the shots of like, you know, the beaches and the ocean and stuff. I mean, it is actually very beautiful. So at the very least, we'll have something very pretty to look at.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. How's fanscription?
It's we're trying. We've had a lot of like false starts. Walter had some issues. I had some issues, and but it's gonna come out this year, and it's gonna be really, really long. It's gonna have a star-studded fake cast. So, but yeah, we're working on it. The script is done, and we're starting recording next week.
Oh, and we should make it clear. It's not story issues as much as just like life issues, like stuff has happened. And both like you guys' lives.
I had some health issues. Walter had some issues. So yeah, we're not arguing with each other, but it slowed us the hell down. So, but we're totally going for it. And I think the bigger issue right now is we're going to be recording, but trying to get all the artwork done for this because I think I did 140 images for Batman Forever, and this one is way longer than that. So we're trying to figure out some workarounds, but it'll be out at some point, and we're totally committed to getting it out. So
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. You know what commercials I wish they brought back? The Gecko commercials where a real, or Geico, I'm assuming they mean, where a real person is being interviewed while a celebrity sits next to them being funny. Are there any commercials that you miss?
I miss the Sponge Monkeys. Where'd they go?
They have a pepper bar. You know, it's funny. I was looking up. I suddenly remembered this commercial today, and I looked it up to maybe put in the commercial specials. These old Enzyte male enhancement commercials with a character called Smiling Bob.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And they were okay, but the first one was great because it's just a guy at a meeting smiling. And it's a businessman. He's talking with all these other businessmen, and they're looking at him and they're whispering, like, you know, this man is firm like wood. You know, they say, you know, 20,000. He's just smiling like that. It's like, you know, he is just, you know, too hard, too strong. And they keep raising the price until, you know, making these, you know, obviously analogies to, you know, being hard and tough and stuff like that. And he just raises the glass like, you know, okay, we have a deal. And it just says, you know, Insight, natural male enhancement. I was like, that's brilliant. But I found out it was all a fraud. The guy went to jail.
Oh!
Like, it didn't do anything, apparently. Like, there's a huge case about it, and it was prying on men who would get screwed over. The pill didn't work, and they would never tell anyone.
Yikes.
Most of those are like that, aren't they? Like,
I don't know.
Some kind of scammy pill, or I would think.
I just found that out today, and I'm like, that's really fun. And he's like the guy. He's the guy that like ran the company, apparently. That's Smiling Bob.
Wow.
So that made me laugh.
Antari, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, is next week Spider-Man No Way Home for the review?
Yeah.
Great. Dillbomb, thank you for the 50
There we
bits.
go.
What animated sequel do you prefer, Toy Story 2 or Shrek 2?
Oh man.
Toy Story 2.
Me,
So
yeah,
Shrek
I'm with
2 is
Rob.
Really, really good.
Oh, that's really rough. I can't choose. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Frameiser, thank you for the 50 bits. What do you consider the most underrated Batman villain?
Condiment Man, clearly. No, actually, Walter brings him up. No, actually, the Clock King. I was gonna say the Mad Hatter, but I'm like,
I really
no,
like the Clock King.
Clock King's pretty great.
The problem with Clock King is I think he's a little too close in style in some ways to Mr. Freeze, kind of crossed with the Riddler. Like, I feel like there's kind of overlap. But I also, the Mad Hatter, it's not that he's underrated. It's just, there's times where you kind of forget about him. I'm like, oh yeah, that's another really good one.
Cypher, thank you for the 50 bits. Skitty, skitty, skitty.
Skitty, 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 skitty.
The Steam Lord, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, just wanted to say you guys have been a large reason for why I became a content creator and why I'm currently pursuing film as a career. And I just want to thank you for being big inspirations to me.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for watching.
I hope you go places, and if not, we're sorry.
You can blame us.
Everybody else does.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on Ned Beatty's character in Superman movie? Did you find him funny or annoying?
Can it be both?
Yeah, it's kind of both for me. There are some great moments. Otis
Berg's phenomenal.
Yeah. Come on,
yeah,
you had everything else.
Like a lot of the humor in that movie, it kind of is what it is. It's a style. They picked it. They went with it and everything.
Like the humor in that movie, I always didn't mind Spider-Man that much because I always felt Spider-Man was a spiritual successor to the original Superman. The humor is very goofy, odd, and I would just say corny. And if you get into it, it's fun.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. For this year's commercial special, you should add the progressive commercial where a guy helps clients stop turning into their parents. Those are so entertaining. Is there anything you all try not to repeat in your adulthood that your parents do? I find
I've just given up and I'm my parents.
I find now I try not to make the noise, the patented dad noise every time I get up. They're like, ugh.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I mean, maybe this isn't like, quote unquote, my parents, but just in general, using your legs to get up like that or one leg like that. I have to go out of my way. I'll go like this, like try to use like my back to get up like that, like because I do not want to go like that.
Slow, pointless telephone conversations. Which
that's true, yeah.
Only for some reason
I'm very fast on the phone.
Only happens when you get over the age of I think 55 is when it starts.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden when you call, first off you have to say hello, and then you have to talk very slowly like you're talking to a 4-year-old, and you're just like can we go? So I try not to do that.
The Steam Lord, thank you for the 50 bits. Which Batman villains would you like to see in the next Matt Reeves Batman film? I personally would like to see Mr. Freeze tackled again in a more faithful way. I've already said Mad Hatter, I think, would fit really well.
Yeah, I don't see Freeze in that universe is my problem.
I can see him doing it, but not in a faithful way.
Not in a faithful way.
I can see him
it would be a very not faithful way, I think.
Or injecting with something that can like make their blood freeze or something like that. I can see that, but
I would have said Clock King, but the Riddler kind of covered that.
Yeah.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. I loved it when you make your double-bladed lightsaber fly and spin around you.
I love that too. Yeah, we're getting back to that tomorrow, in fact.
The Steam Lord, thank you for the 50 bits. If you guys love Oni Play's impression of Doug, have you seen their impression of Whitey from 8 Crazy Nights? It's hilarious.
Is there a difference? I just assume it's the same.
I have, and it's also funny. But nothing beats their impression of Doug. So true to life.
I said, what are you talking about?
Kill them all! Hewlett Fan, thank you for the 50 bits. Wow, what a brilliantly forced Star Wars review! All jokes aside, I'm so happy you finally did the Rugrats movie. I'm amazed you haven't done them before. Also, were you surprised by the mostly lack of toilet humor in it, considering the subject?
The lack?
The lack? What movie did you see?
I was gonna say, I thought I was making like.
They said mostly lack.
I think that was the biggest critical complaint about the movie, actually.
It was mine.
It was a lot of critics. I remember reading the reviews at the time, and they're all just like, "Oh my god, if you like kindergartner crap jokes, and go see this."
I don't know, and like the movie's not whatever bad. I mean, it hits its audience fine, but it's like I do remember the show being better. I remember there's like a quiet charm to the show that I didn't get as much of in the movie.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. In Star Wars, there are pirates, but pirates are supposed to raid mobile targets. Targets, maybe? And how's anyone supposed to do that amid warp speed? I mean, they just don't do it during a hyper Star Trek.
For one thing.
They use the
Hyperspace.
Force.
I figured the pirates were attacking after you come out of hyperspace and are going to land on a planet or dock with a ship. Or I played a lot of X-Wing and TIE Fighter on DOS way back in the day. That's how we did it.
Fantastic. SpongeBob is meme. Thank you for that subscription. Welcome. Jock's Cab, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey guys, just celebrated my 30th birthday this week. Also turning 30 this year are Aladdin, Mario Kart, and Batman the Animated Series. To quote Rob, I'm a dinosaur.
Yep.
Big 30s, man. Turn 40, man.
How do you think I feel? I'm older than all of you.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 150 bits. Hello, you terrific trio. Awesome review yesterday. I loved Rugrats as a kid. Even as a kid, and even now, my nostalgic side, I personally love the second movie a little bit more. I hope that you review Rugrats in Paris and Go Wild in the future.
Yeah, I might. I haven't seen any of them. I did feel a little bit better. I think I watched like the Siskel and Ebert review, and Gene Siskel was saying like he watched the movie, not the movie, the show with his kids a lot, and he liked it, and he didn't really get into the movie. So it's one of those things where I'm like, okay, good. Like, it's not just me. It's not just, no, Rugrats was never that great. It's like, no, I remember this being okay. And the movie's not terrible.
Never remember
Rugrats
Rugrats
kind
being
of underwhelming.
bad.
Yeah. So, and even the movie's not bad. It's just, like I said, just a lot of poop and pee jokes that get a little old.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. Before I start, I need to vent, and this is an important thing for everyone on the internet to hear, about death threats the actress directed towards the actress playing America Chavez. People need to stop with threats, harassment, and stalking. True. I didn't like Wanda Maximoff, but I don't send threats to Elizabeth Olsen. It's very true. Just be a nice person. Don't send death threats to people.
Being a nice person and the internet are oxymorons. You realize that, right?
I mean, you know, I like to believe in the goodness of humanity, but I know it's a fool's errand.
And then I got on the internet.
No, the a-holes are louder of humanity, but you know, but the good people are quieter. And I don't know, maybe there's some wisdom there, maybe not. I don't know.
You know what, good people? Speak up, shout, I think you're okay.
I think you're doing a great job, Doug Walker and Rob Walker.
We love you, Heather. Phenomenal.
You are perfectly reasonable.
And
I love it.
It was okay in the movie. She was really fine. What are they giving a death threat for? It's really
It's a whole thing.
No, fanboys are crazy.
Cinephile Railroad, thank you for the 100 bits. Dear Doug / Channel Awesome, I know you did like a Disney Afternoon, Fox Kid, etc. What about doing one for PBS Kids, PBS? No one talks about it, and I know other people would be interested. I mentioned it during another Channel Awesome live stream, and people commented, so it seems good. # Adventures in the Book of Virtues.
There's a couple we want to do. We want to do TGIF. We want to do Kids WB. Maybe one Saturday morning. PBS Kids was way too past my time.
Yeah,
I
stopped
didn't
watching
see a
PBS
thing.
after the age of like 8.
You want to know how old I am, Arthur? I remember as a book. Like when somebody mentions Arthur, I forget it's a show, and it's like one of the longest running shows.
You want to know
like
how
ever.
old I am? It was just Mr. Rogers and Sesame Street. We didn't even have Barney the Dinosaur.
The Magic School
When I was
Bus
growing up.
book, also a book. That's what I remember.
The Steam Lord, thank you for the 50 bits. Is there a chance for an NC review of The Simpsons movie? The movie turns 15 this year, and it'd be nice to talk about its cultural impact at the time.
Did it have a cultural impact?
It's kind of my argument, but I thought about it. I don't know what angle to come at it from, though, because I feel like I'd have to bring something new to it, and I don't know how to talk about that movie because it is such a strange thing. Because the
10
Simpsons,
years too late.
Yeah, and The Simpsons in general is such a kind of strange entity when you really think about it. We think about how long it's been around, how much it influenced, and then when that movie came out, like Rob said, did it or didn't it influence? Like, it's hard to say.
It would have been great had it come out, you know, like in the mid to late 90s, you know, but it was already past the prime.
Yeah.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Without giving anything away, did Wanda's role in Multiverse of Madness make up for WandaVision?
Yes. mm, I can't. I can't.
Yeah,
give
don't
anything.
spoil. Just
I'm gonna say
Yes.
no just to be contrarian, and I haven't seen it yet.
There are some. There is some stuff where I go, didn't we do this? But I thought it was so much more interesting in this
interesting. Okay.
one. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 100 bits. If the spirits of Jedi can cause lightning strikes, then they should have all united against the First Order.
There you go.
Alex
That
loves.
was one spirit of Jedi, I guess.
Yeah, not all of them can do it. Alex
Not
loves.
all Jedi.
Excuse me. Alex loves musicals. Thank you for the 100 bits. Happy Thursday, everybody. Doug, how far have you gotten in Moon Knight? I hope you're enjoying the show so far. It's my favorite MCU show.
I'm really enjoying it. I haven't even finished the first episode.
Dude,
I
I'm telling
feel
you,
bad.
man.
I know everyone says it's
this
fantastic.
is the first Marvel show that I'm like, I want more of this.
Mhm.
Versus the
I
best
like
one so far. Loki, I got done with it, and I'm like, that was good. That was just the right amount. I'm not clamoring for another like sequel series, but like this one, I'm like, no, I want more. In fact, I wish this was a 12 episode instead of a 6.
Yeah, I've just been busy. That's the only reason. So hopefully, like next week, I get around to watching more of them.
Mumra, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, y'all. Thought I'd continue the convo from your last panel. How do you feel about the news of Sega doing a Streets of Rage movie? Personally, I'd rather have a Final Fight movie, had a better backstory. Also, also the only other beat 'em up game made into a movie is Double Dragon. It's a guilty pleasure for me, so I know it's bad.
I do. That movie is a guilty pleasure. Like, it's so dumb.
And
Enjoyed
yeah, for actually, how funny would it be if they did Streets of Rage like the Double Dragon movie, like had the same style and didn't even throw any CG at it? It's just those original effects. If they do that, I'll love it.
Great. Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. A while back, someone made a meme about every Sam Raimi movie has an eyeball close-up, and I never noticed it before. In Doctor Strange 2, now that's all I noticed, and I can't help but laugh.
Yeah, how about the first monster they fight is literally an eyeball?
Spoilers!
Yeah,
yeah,
God,
you see that
Doug.
in the trailer.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 100 bits. What if the Green Goblin from No Way Home traveled to another universe and acquired both the Reality Stone and the Power Stone? Hint, together they can increase size.
Write it.
Almost sounds like the beginning of a bad fanfic. It can increase the size. So with that, no.
Little slash pic there.
Yep.
I want to see my Green Goblin.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. Have to thank you guys for my new love on Baby singing about how and why we're all here.
You're welcome.
Chorus, thank you for the 50 bits. So, Doug, how far are you in Season 3 of Rebels? Impression so far? What do you think about this version of Thrawn? I prefer Season 3 to Season 2. 3 is more equal, and we have 3 arcs, Empire, Maul, and Mando, which sometimes are connect to each other.
3 was good. I enjoyed Season 3.
I like Season 2 more. Like 3's good. It does make me realize I think a lot of what I liked in 2 was tied to Clone Wars. And I totally acknowledge, I think it's because I'm comparing it to Clone Wars. But another big part is...
You can't, because for one thing, there's no competition. So it's like, just stop.
I know. But it's like, it's the same universe. And just another thing that gets to me, the worlds they travel to are really boring. Like, they look
that is
boring.
True.
And I get
There's
the
a
idea.
couple
It's like
of good
after
ones,
the Empire...
but generally speaking,
it's after the Empire takes over. And I get that, but you can make that look interesting. Mandalorian may look interesting, like Mad Max makes it look interesting, like Arcane makes these dystopian worlds look interesting, and it just looks so boring in this world of animation where you're supposed to be blown away. And Clone Wars, even if like it had a boring episode, like the worlds always looked amazing. So I don't know, it's
Can we just
little
come
things
out,
that add up, but it is all right.
Come out
It
and
is
say it. The animation sucks. Like,
I can't
and
go
I'm
that
not saying that the animators are bad or bad people.
They
I
had
feel
no
like
budget.
There's no budget to this show. That is exactly
Clone
you
Wars
nailed
didn't
it.
have it
That's
either.
the problem.
No. See, I think they went more.
I
like
think Clone Wars.
I
think
they went more on the textures and the movement than they did the layout of the shots.
The
Because
textures
Clone
is
Wars,
nonsensical. There's like a film grain, so every character in Rebels looks like a Muppet. They all look like characters from Avenue Q or something. It's weird, particularly when Ezra gets his haircut. I'm just like, that's an Avenue Q character.
Mm-hmm.
The Steam Lord, thank you for the 50 bits. Will you ever do another NC in the style of Disney Afternoon or Fox Kids, maybe on Nicktoons or a 90s Cartoon Network?
We did Nicktoons. It's one. It's
Yeah.
like the first month we did was a Nickelodeon month. Yeah, so we got that.
You just gotta dig deep, go find
yeah,
it.
yeah, it's like season 2, maybe. I'm not even sure. But yeah, we're talking about either doing like a kids WB or a TGIF next. I'm not sure when yet, but we'll get around to it because I definitely need the group for that because I didn't grow up with all of it.
Oh, I do want to make something clear. I do actually like Rebels, but it's got a lot of problems. So I'm not saying, well, the show sucks, but the animation's a big problem for me.
The Steam Lord, thank you for the 50 bits. Have any of you ever watched The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy? Been binging the show lately, and it's really funny.
I hear that. I've never
I've
seen
seen a handful of episodes, and they were all funny. I've just never watched the whole thing.
Hewlett Fan, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, is the Jungle Book 2016 the most reviewed Disney film you've done? I swear you have like 3 reviews of it. Two Disney Sembers and an NC. What is your weird love-hate relationship with it?
He likes the Jungle Book.
It's not 2 Disney Sembers. I think it was just like a Doug reviews with that. And
Doug
Disney
actually
Semper
has
and
the
NC.
mummified corpse of Rudyard Kipling in his behind the seat there. So
That really got me, I'm sorry.
lazy boy.
I think because it got so much praise, and I really do love the original story, but I like the Disney one too, the hand drawn. I thought it's totally different, but it's still really good and really charming. So I guess I was kind of fascinated that people liked it as much as they did. So I don't know that.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. I would like to see Kyle as an NBA legend in South Park specials since he wanted to play for Nuggets in one of the episodes.
I like to see that too, I guess.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Excuse me. You guys want to see something wild? Look up Star Wars character Mara Jade. Doesn't she look like Mary Jane Watson? Even her name is similar. I love Mara Jade. She's a great character.
Who are you talking?
Yeah, I never see it. I mean, she looked in this.
No, I know
Picture
Mara
popped up,
Jade
she
is,
looks
but
cool.
what character were you talking about initially?
They said that she looks like Mary Jane Watson.
Oh, Mara Jade?
Mara Jade, yeah. But I mean, like, Mara's
They're
from...
redheads. I don't know what else.
She's also from the book, so, like, is there... I mean, I
Yeah.
guess maybe the covers have a canonical...
You know what?
Picture
Some of the art looks like when they draw Mary Jane, like in the comics, like the later years. It does look a little similar. I can kind of see that. Some of the more like cleaned up.
Mara
drawings.
Jade, Luke's wife, right? Yeah, and assassin. It's a complicated history.
Duddy Baja, thank you for the 50 bits. What's everyone's favorite Coen Brothers movie?
Oh, Fargo and Big Lebowski are tied for me. They're both so different.
Yeah, I guess Fargo. You know, they've made some other ones though too. So, and I do really like it. Was it A Serious Man? Is that the name of that one? I really did like that one.
I do like. I also have a real soft spot for like Blood Simple and Raising Arizona. Like a lot of their early stuff stuck out to me, in particular.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 100 bits. What if the Ancient One and Thor fought alongside Captain America? And what if the Red Skull better understood how to wield the power of the Space Stone? Sounds like you have 2 episodes of Fanscription.
Yeah, there you go.
Or What If?
There you go, Walter. You get on that.
Adam Gunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Who do you find more entertaining, Ian McGregor in Birds of Prey or Willem Dafoe in No Way Home? I love Black Mask in Birds of Prey. He's having a goddamn blast.
They both are.
They both are.
You know what? Wait. So which just Willem Dafoe is Green Goblin or from
in No Way Home? They said specifically.
In No Way Home. Oh, I gotta say, No Way Home.
Okay.
Yeah. And it could be because I'm literally editing it right now, and I'm just watching his facial expressions again, and just when he gets on that glider, he's got the hood, he's got the outfit, and zooms in, he goes, Peter. Like I get chills. Like
That's a pretty neat trick you've got.
Yeah, where Ewan McGregor's fun, but I never quite got the chills. Where I did that.
Chorus, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, short info about the Jedi training age, because you seem somewhat mistaken, is, well, the 3rd year is the maximum, then child is too old, Anakin was the exception because the chosen one, and Luke, well, there was no order then anymore, so rules have been abolished.
I think somebody brought that up before. I believe you. I trust you. Now I know.
How old do you have to be to get a Padawan? That's my question.
That's an excellent question.
Because I could never figure out, maybe I just haven't looked up the actual timeline, but the fact that Anakin had one, I was like, boy, I thought he'd be a little young to be taking on a Padawan already. But I'd be
He's the
curious
chosen
what
one, so.
Yeah, well, I'd be curious, why did the chosen one, who they also suspect, you okay there, Doug?
Yeah,
He's trying to
get
make
the
himself
focus
less blurry.
Yeah. Oh,
Sorry.
But I think some of it may actually be your internet connection too. Oh, but there you go.
Oh,
You're good.
yeah,
You're
very
good.
good.
Okay, cool.
they always seem sus about Anakin. They're like, you know what, this guy who we kind of suspect and who we didn't want to train originally needs someone he can train. I mean, I love Ahsoka and I love it. I'm just starting to think about it. I'm going like, I don't know if that makes any sense.
Alan, thank you for the 100 bits. So it seems like in early 2021, Marvel Phase 4 started underwhelming, but started to pick up a little steam with Loki and Hawkeye, and with No Way Home, they took off again. And now I can't wait to see Multiverse of Madness tomorrow and Thor Love and Thunder in July. Damn it, if I'm not excited for them again. Is that kind of how y'all feel?
This got me excited for the MCU again. I know you could say Spider-Man, but to me, that's still Spider-Man movie. You know what I mean? I know Doctor Strange is. I know it's an MCU movie, but I mean, its focus is not only the MCU Spider-Man, but like all the other Spider-Mans.
Right.
You know, where this felt like this is like an MCU movie, like in the best way. Where man, it's opening up possibilities of what you can do, but it also has this neat style to it. So it got me excited for that again.
All right, so really quickly, Power Gamer says Anakin was the same age when he got Ahsoka as Obi-Wan was when he got Anakin, so it's not weird. That's fine. I just don't know what the actual ages were, because I just thought Anakin always looked young, and I keep forgetting how much time passed from clones to Sith. So, yeah, I was just curious.
JoxCab, thank you for the 50 bits. Suggestions for either a full NC review or Freak Show Cinema, the Batman anime movie Batman Ninja. Apparently it's pretty divisive, but I personally liked it.
I gotta check that one out.
I've been really bad about keeping up with the Batman and like general DC animated universe. I know it's all on HBO Max, and I think that I keep pushing it off because I can just watch it on HBO Max at any time. You know what I mean?
I do remember seeing this. I didn't know what to think of it. I'm with you. I was very torn by it. But yeah, I can see people liking or hating it.
Frameiser, thank you for the 50 bits. Have any of you ever heard or watched Zombievers? It's a pretty great B-movie.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. Yes, moonlight is refracted sunlight, but obviously it becomes harmless that way. After all, nighttime needs to be safe for vampires somehow.
That's true.
Very true.
Yeah. Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug. Having seen The Bad Guys, I can safely say I enjoyed it far more than any Ernest movie. In my opinion, it's one of DreamWorks' best films in recent years. Did you see it, Rob? And if so, what are your thoughts?
What movie? Sorry, you cut out.
The Bad Guys.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, and people that like it really, really love it. So I don't think it's going to have any problem getting an audience.
Yeah, that might be one that I'll watch when it kind of comes to streaming or whatever. But I'll check it out because enough people said it was like, oh, it was pretty good.
There's some very funny scenes in it.
And I said I could be wrong. I just thought the trailer looked awful. But that's been a lot of animated movies. The trailer looks bad and they're actually pretty good. So,
Kevin Lane, thank you for gifting that sub to the Steam Lord. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Rob, was there anything you liked about Ghostbusters Afterlife?
Yeah, Rob, you big bully. I like when it ended.
It ended. No, I like the girl who played Minnie Egon. I actually
she was
really
so
liked,
good.
She was really, really good. I really, really liked Paul Rudd in the first part of the movie where he was like this kind of sleazy teacher showing them Cujo, and I'm like, oh, that's your Venkman character. Like, and then they threw that out the window. And as much as I didn't like bringing Gozer and all that back, I thought the design on Gozer and what they did with that and how they shot it and framed it and everything was really, really great. That's probably it.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 100 bits. Do you think Lisa Simpson was involved in the construction of Snowpiercer's Eternal Engine?
Lisa, in this house, we obey the laws of thermodynamics.
And everyone says both the show and movie is great, and I haven't seen either.
Noff, thank you for the 50 bits. Now that you covered the Rugrats movie, I so want to recommend some of the greatest Grandpa Lou and or Stu Pickles related Rugrats episodes, knowing that he was your favorite characters overall.
I do remember liking him the most in the show, too, yeah.
Kevin Lane, thank you for gifting that sub to Cypher. Appreciate it. Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. I don't know how you guys feel, but I'm personally annoyed with Nicole Kidman AMC commercials showing up when the movie's supposed to begin. I thought it was just for people returning to the theaters after lockdown. I mean, to be fair, some people are still going to their first movie. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it's just, it's the thing that plays. I mean, if it's not Nicole Kidman, it's the thing where they're sitting on the chairs and it turns into this weird garden. It's just a little intro for the theater. It's like the little theater bumper. So, I mean,
AMC or
it's
Cinemark,
not something
one of them
they
had a
make
roller
just for
coaster
that.
ride, and that was actually legit fun. I
oh,
would keep
that's
holding
cool.
my hands up going like, wee! I forget who did that, but now the Nicole Kidman thing, I was just like, it's just more Hollywood worshiping its damn self.
Miser, thank you for the 50 bits. What do you consider the most beautiful film to look at? And what do you consider the ugliest?
Well, Garbage Pail Kids
Garbage
is
Pail
probably the
Kids
ugliest,
is
yeah.
pretty damn ugly.
Man, most beautiful. Oh, I'd have to
I mean,
really.
a lot of the, what's his name? Guy who did having a complete brain meltdown here. Japanese director.
Kurosawa?
Well, Kurosawa is really good, but I was thinking of anime. Not Miyazaki, though Miyazaki's really good. He did Beyond the Clouds and
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know the director's name, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But what's the one I'm thinking of with the body swap one? I for some reason cannot think of the name of that damn movie. Heather, help me.
Call your name? No, that's
Your
wrong.
name.
Your name. Heather. Jesus
That
Christ.
guy-
Both of us.
That guy just does like I can't describe it as anything. It's landscape porn.
Yes.
Like he's a brilliant environmental artist. He uses lens flares and all these digital tricks, and like every one of his movies is just stunningly fucking gorgeous.
Yeah, man, I just typed in like beautiful movie, and there's so many. I mean, maybe something like either Coco or one of the
Shinkai. Makoto Shinkai.
Makoto Shinkai. Thank you.
Thank you, Sailor Aaron.
Him.
The studio that did like Wolf Walkers and Book of Kells and stuff. I mean, those movies
they're
are
amazing.
pretty mind blowing.
Mhm.
One of those, I suppose.
Adam Gunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which evil dad in a James Gunn project, it's so specific, do you like more? Kurt Russell as Ego in Guardians 2 or Robert Patrick as White Dragon in Peacemaker?
I like Kurt Russell because I like.
Patrick.
I get that, especially because he seems more real. Kurt Russell is so kind of benign and naive to so much of his evil. I find that kind of fascinating.
They're both legends, but Robert Patrick has always been this weird kind of acting underdog, so I'm always going to give it to him.
Mm-hmm.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. How excited are you for the Bob's Burger movie? Also, will you review Top Gun Maverick or the Bob's Burgers movie or both?
I'll probably do
Bob's
Bob's
Burgers right now.
It's weird. I want to see it because I want to see what they do in a movie. I'm not that excited. They haven't shown me anything that makes me think, oh, this is going to be like. I'm so excited Bob's Burgers is a movie, you know what I mean? But maybe
There's
that's
no
kind of nice
point.
going into it. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a point. But again, that's why maybe it's like good to go in with no expectations because then I'll like really, really get into it.
It is a great show, though. But
yeah, with that said, I'll probably review that over Maverick. Though I am curious to see Maverick like on IMAX with the flying scenes.
Preds fan, thank you for the 100 bits. Sup, guys? With all the sci-fi talk lately, I was curious if either of y'all have seen those Peter Cushing Doctor Who spin-off movies. I haven't
seen like one. I have a friend who was really into Doctor Who. I saw one. It was like 15 years ago. So I liked it fine. I'm not as into Who to like delve into all those. So.
Oh, real quick, because I forgot. I can't believe I didn't mention this in the beautiful movies. The Kung Fu Panda movies are gorgeous films.
Those are
like,
also
they're
gorgeous.
really, really pretty.
It's not a fair question because we could think
hard.
of 1,000 really pretty movies. Like, so we're just giving some examples.
Queen Calificent, thank you for the 50 bits. It's funny how in the Rugrats review you made fun of how it took 60 seconds for Tommy and Dill to go from from hating each other, very different, to being best friends. As someone who works with kids, that was the most realistic part of the movie.
That's true.
I know what you're well, but let's. It's
I'll
not
cop
just
to it and move on, Doug.
No. Okay, it's Tommy who can talk, and this baby who like can't form words yet and stuff like that. So Tommy is really more kind of fighting himself in many respects. That I feel like would take more time, if that makes sense. But it's not a bad scene. A lot of people say it's a very heartwarming scene and stuff. Like they really got attached to that scene, so it's not bad.
Gotcha. So Doug has never babysat toddlers. Got it. No.
No, just different age. I don't know. One can't talk. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it's just
I do know.
He already hates this little
The
baby.
other Tommy shouldn't be able to talk.
Yeah, but I don't know. If they were like, if it was like him and Chucky, I would buy that. But some about
You know what? I'm gonna invoke the Family Guy rule here. Oh my God, who the hell cares?
You're right. Go on, next one.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. I asked this last week, but I wanted to ask this again since everyone's here this time. Which two films were worse follow-ups to two amazing comic films? Superman 3 and 4 or Batman Forever and Batman Robin?
I'm gonna go
I said 3 and 4.
Probably.
Yeah, because it's still like
Forever has moments. 3 is pretty worthless.
Well,
and 4 is just woof.
And with Batman, there's a clear style change where the Supermans, it's like it's still
supposed
kind of
to be
in the same universe. Yeah.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. Here's an idea for the sequel, Avatar 2, The Age of the Benders.
I'd see it.
Yeah. Jersey Devil, thank you for the 100 bits. Have you ever seen Romeo and Juliet Sealed with a Kiss? It's a Phil Nibelink movie, and I think it's worth a review.
No, I will look it up.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. Heather, I love your cat ears, but I think you're wearing your headphones wrong. I am not, but thank you for the concern. JT.
Oh, just real quick. Seal with a Kiss, they are literally seals in this movie. I just thought it was important to know that.
Sorry, that really got me because that is not what I expected. That is not what I expected, and that got me so hard. JT, thank you for the 50 bits. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it yet, but I would highly recommend seeing 1917. I was lucky enough to see it in January 2020 before everything shut down, and I can honestly say it's the best World War I film I've ever seen. It changed the way I look at film and especially cinematography.
I should. I never
it's a really
have.
good movie.
Yeah, and everyone says it's great.
You want another good World War I film, Paths of Glory.
Yeah, really good.
Yeah. Hewlett fan, thank you for the 50 bits. What is the most uneven animated movie you've seen? A film that is so up and down in quality. At one point it's a 1, then it's a 10. Honestly, for me, it's Hunchback of Notre Dame. Count Frollo, still the most evil Disney villain.
Yeah, I guess the Gargoyles, but yeah, man, that's...
Yeah, I wouldn't even, like, the Gargoyles I don't like, but I wouldn't even call that a 1.
Man, I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I don't know. I'd have to really take a look at that.
The Steam Lord, thank you for the 50 bits. If I could recommend a commercial for a future special, I'd have to recommend the Taco Bell Goosebumps commercial, where a woman gets utterly horrified by a group of Taco Bell toys.
Weird. That's very, very odd.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. After working with each other for years, what is the most annoying thing that you've learned about each other? What a loaded question.
Man, loaded. Well, what was it? Annoying?
The most annoying thing that you've learned about each other.
I like you all.
I love you all too. There's nothing at all. Like I try to look.
I like how we're all, it's like no one's gonna blink first.
Absolutely.
If one of us says something, it's open season on all of us.
See, the thing is,
you lose, sir. Good day.
The majority of us are all like comedy actors or like into comedy. So like a lot of times if there is something annoying, we'll be like, just make a joke out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll
like,
start draw attention and have fun with it. Yeah.
I mean, like Malcolm's late to everything. I don't read the emails. Apparently that offends Tamara to her core.
I'm
Doug. Yeah, Doug Hitler.
Great.
Heather just looks like she dropped out of
I'm
Japan.
too much of a teacher. I want everything organized.
She wants everything organized. but does the whole Weibo dress thing. Like it's very all over the map.
No,
so.
I'll tell you the problem with Heather is that I always feel like I'm not doing my job well enough because she always does it so well, and she's so on top of it, and she keeps like her shit together. So I'm always just like, God damn it.
Yeah, she always has her shit together. Actually, I will say that she apologizes way too much. I'm sorry.
I do that.
Like, you're fine.
I do that.
Have you seen us? We're all raging assholes. We're not apologizing.
And real quick on animated films to go from like a 1 to a 10, the Jim Carrey Christmas Carol. There are some brilliant moments in that. And then because I try to watch it every year, and every year I do, I'm always like, oh yeah, this stupid shit. And then there's like amazing emotional moments. So it goes back and forth a lot.
I'd also say the Batchki Lord of the Rings like is just kind of all over the map, I think for budgetary reasons and other things. But like when that movie's a 10, I think it's really a 10.
The Steam Lord, thank you for the 50 bits. Thoughts on, I never know how to say his last name, Barry Keoghan's Joker?
Oh, from the Batman?
The Batman.
Meh.
Didn't do anything for me, but
I don't want Joker. No, don't even.
Yeah, I mean, there's too many good ones. You better do something really different if you're gonna do it. It just kind of looks like more of the same. So, but we'll see. Maybe they'll change it in whatever follow-up there is.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. What if Ra's al Ghul had a talisman that enabled him to extract the youth of others and transfer his inflictions to them? That would be interesting.
Just write these, man. Yeah, just write these.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 50 bits. Rob, I'm not sure if I heard your opinion on the Batman. Where would you rank it with the others, and who do you want to be the villain in the next one?
Ooh, where would I rank it? I mean, I technically like Batman Returns the best. Guess maybe you could say guilty pleasure, but like it's right up there with The Dark Knight, Tim Burton's '89 Batman, and then the Batman. Like they're all in like a top 3 or 5 there. I thought it was really, really good. God, what villain would I like to see? I don't know. So many of them have been done already. I mean, I figure we're gonna get the Penguin, so that's happening.
On HBO Max in his new spin-off series.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah. I would say Clock King, but I feel like the Riddler kind of covered that.
Yeah.
Maybe Mad Hatter. Like do it but digital. Like some kind of Matrix. Do some kind of Matrix shit where it's like the Mad Hatter only like he gets in your head and it's like digitally connected. And, like maybe that. King Tut. Yeah, no. Actually, no. Actually, I would love to see Poison Ivy as like an eco-terrorist.
Yeah.
No actual talking plants or anything, but like I could see that. Yeah, totally.
Jax Cab, thank you for the 50 bits. Which cartoon adaptation was worse? Last Airbender or Dragon Ball Evolution? Dragon Ball Evolution, man. That's...
You know, I'm going to assume that because I haven't seen much Dragon Ball, but even the little I've seen, I can tell, nah, they're not even trying to do, like, the same thing.
Yeah. Hewlett Fan, thank you for the 90 bits. Okay, this is the toughest superhero question ever. One goes, and all their media, comics and films go. The other two stay. Batman, Superman, Spider-Man. Which one goes? For me, as a human, I get rid of Spider-Man, but I don't love Spider-Man comics, so...
For me, based on what I love, Superman.
Yeah, same thing here, just on personal...
I was just always... I didn't read many Superman comics as a kid. I read a lot of Batman and Spider-Man.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I am Chris, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, Rob, Heather. Any thoughts or opinions on the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial? My thoughts are basically it is an ongoing domestic abuse trial, and you don't need our opinions on it.
My thought is I don't give a shit what douchebag celebrities do to each other, so I just don't care. That's for the court to figure out.
Yeah, well, whatever the truth is, I hope it comes to light. That's all you can say.
Gary Turbo.
Like all celebrities, they all sound nuts.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. Since Doug and Rob are older than me, what's your thoughts on the Atari 2600, and are you getting the Atari VCS? I'm thinking of getting one to run my games on.
I loved the Atari 2600.
Yeah,
like, that was our first game system. So combat, 2 tanks enter, 1 tank leaves. Amazing.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. I like how Has Been Hotel is R-rated. It makes sense given its setting.
Nice, I didn't know that.
True.
The Steam Lord, thank you for the 50 bits. What is your favorite of the Don Bluth movies that you've reviewed for the NC?
For the NC, I mean, probably American Tail, I guess. Though it's funny, I met one of the animators who worked on Secret Nim, and we were talking about maybe doing a video on it, like an NC video, because he's a huge fan. So we'll see if maybe we can get that going at some point.
Queen Calificent, thank you for the 50 bits. I know it's a running gag for the Nostalgia Critic to freak out over the intense PSAs, but do you think there's a need for shocking PSAs to get important messages across?
No.
Depends on.
Except for putting your kids in the dryer. Sonic was right.
Depends on how you do it and what the message is. I'm sure I've seen some where I was like, no, that's legit, but I can't think of what they are. So maybe they weren't that powerful, but I can see it, but top of my head, I can't think of what they are.
Queen Calificent, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you think they could introduce Robin in the Matt Reeves movies?
Sure.
They
They
could.
could do that, yeah.
Honest...
That might be interesting, actually.
Yeah, right. Honest Reviewer, thank you for the 100 bits. Looking up the production for the Rugrats movie, I found that Fox was originally supposed to produce the movie, but when the contract expired, Nick's parent company passed it to recently bought Paramount, which led to the Indiana Jones parody. If Fox did produce it, we'd probably have a Star Wars parody instead.
Yeah, I think I saw that too, yeah.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you hate those sinks where you have to hold down the faucet in order to keep the water flowing?
No, I actually love them. But the only thing I hate about them is the water's never on long enough. It should be motion sensor to turn it off too, because I'll be washing and it turns off. I'm like, but you don't have to touch anything. You don't have to you just stick your hands underneath. It's great.
I have no thoughts.
The Steam Lord, thank you for the 50 bits. Favorite Nostalgia-ween intro?
The Beetlejuice one, because the dude just sent us that.
Yeah, that was.
It's like just a fan video he made. Like, I just made this for fun, and we just saw, we're so blown away. We're like, hey, can we buy this off you and use it as an actual intro? Because this is like amazing. Because that's like my all-time favorite intro is the Beetlejuice intro. So to have someone do that with our characters, that was so mind-blowing.
Mm-hmm.
I also have a soft spot for the stop motion one, because I helped Jim out with that with the Nightmare Before Christmas. But I like the X-Files one, and then the the Goosebumps one with the suitcase.
Okay.
Yeah, those two are good too.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 100 bits. I saw a top 10 countdown of your funniest moments. It consisted mostly of your angry rants about mediocre movies.
Well, that's a big shock.
It's kind of the shtick. Pat Soa, thank you for the 50 bits. Gotta ask, you've referenced Street Sharks in other reviews, but have you actually watched any of the show? It is like an overdose of the 90s.
No, I saw the toy commercials a lot. That's probably what was advertised the most to us. And then we found out it was a show, and we're like, of course it is. Because anything that's a toy is a show in the 80s and 90s. But no, I never did see it. I'm assuming it's bad, but maybe it's great. Who knows?
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. How would you pronounce the name of the Watcher from the Marvel What If? I don't specifically remember the name.
I thought it was just the Watcher. I didn't know he had a name.
The Steam Lord, thank you for the 50 bits. One of my favorite NC jokes is from the 8 Crazy Nights review when Rob did an impression of Christopher Walken dubbing all the characters in Popeye. Rob, sorry, you had this look on your face like...
I was trying to think of some line from that one. I forget.
No. Oh, dear. I suppose I'll pick you.
I suppose I'll pick you. I don't know. That was terrible. I can do it better next time, maybe.
Half Crooked Grin, thank you for the 100 bits. Do you have any interest in reviewing the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie where they meet Frankenstein's monster and the Wolfman?
You know, originally no, and then I saw Toonrific. I forgot how you say his name, but he's a YouTuber, and he talked about him, and made me really interested in seeing them. I'm like, oh, it actually looks like it has some decent animation, some songs in there. I actually kind of made me want to look them over.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. A single sling ring could be used to generate unlimited electrical energy like the Lisa Simpson machine.
Oh, good to know. Thermodynamics!
The Steam Lord, thank you for the 50 bits. It's been a while since we've seen him. Whatever happened to Melvin, brother of the Joker?
Maybe we'll
I
bring him
swear,
back
We gotta bring him back at some
for
point.
the Batman review. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe he'll be the guy who gets be. Who are you supposed to be?
I was on an unnamed forum at some point that houses a number of trolls, and somebody admitted that they kind of liked Melvin just for whatever the fuck
Just
it
for
was.
cringe, yeah.
Yeah. I'd be happy to bring Melvin back.
Big Jack Films, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey guys, I can't be on for too long. Opening night for the Conan opera. The director says hi. Hello.
Oh, cool. Tell him to say back.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Honestly, I loved Scarlet Witch in Multiverse of Madness, and it's not just because something happened to her.
Yeah,
I'm so interested.
If they made some choices I did not think they would do. I think you can even see me on stream saying, they're not gonna do that. I'm like, oh shit, they did. Okay, interesting.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 50 bits. Would you guys be planning a Pirates of the Caribbean review or even month sometime soon?
Yeah, we've been talking about doing a month of the pirate movies.
God, that's just so many wasted hours of bad film, though. Like, it's like the first two are good, or okay at least, and then it's just all downhill.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. What do you think ever became of Dr. Octavius after No Way Home?
I don't know, because I never know if, like, are they sent back
Yeah.
and their memories wiped? You know, like, I wasn't really sure what happened at the very end. And honestly, I didn't care. I was just like, okay, well, either whatever outcome is satisfying to me, you know what I mean? So I was cool with whatever.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. I remember a clue in your review of A Simple Wish indicating that you grew up in the state of Washington. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Among many places, but that was one of them.
Pokemon Heroes, thank you for the 200 bits. Regardless of the quality of the Rugrats movie, regardless of its quality, can we all agree that Rugrats, the movie, did a better job justifying its theatrical existence than Doug's first movie?
That is true.
I mean,
That
Doug,
just
your
kinda
first movie did suck.
I know. But yeah, the Doug movie did just seem like a long episode where Rugrats did at least feel like a movie. So
Well,
yeah,
felt like an adventure. Like, oh,
Yeah.
well, we're gonna go epic with babies, but you
Yeah.
know.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. I know Cinco de Mayo is today, and May the 4th was yesterday. Last month, Atlanta had a holiday, April 4th, which is a reference to Atlanta's area code 404.
Oh, neat.
Cool. Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. What actor do you think would play a great Robin Williams in a biopic? Can you imagine if studios cast Chris Pratt in that role? I think Rob would quit movies forever if they did it.
Man, whoever they got in
Honestly,
that,
I'd watch that
demo.
for the cringe factor, but
What was that little test footage that came out, and that guy I thought did a pretty good job. I can't remember.
yeah,
who he was,
that guy
but-
did an amazing job.
Yeah.
It was kind of a weird video, but like, yeah. Trying to think of an actor that even looks like him. Can't think of any off the top of my head.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. Does the name Wishbone ring a bell? Here's a clue. What's the story, Wishbone? I was obsessed with Wishbone when I was a kid. I loved Wishbone with my whole heart and soul.
I know what it is, but again, it was past our time.
Keep in mind we stopped watching PBS. At least I did, probably like 1987. So, well
Cool.
past my time.
That's when I was born, Rob, if you want to
Yep.
feel old.
Yep.
Hewlett,
Thanks.
Hewlett Fan, thank you for the 50 bits. I would love you to review more Sam and Max media. Check out the Telltale point-and-click games. They are hilarious and way darker and better than the show. Also, speaking of Star Wars, what do you really want to see by the next inevitable Star Wars sequel?
I mean, sequel or spin-off film? What are you even doing now? I don't know.
I want to go not as long time ago in a galaxy even farther away and just like get away from the fucking Skywalkers and let's see something well into the future or way, way, way in the past. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm down with either of that.
Yeah, I'm with actually a good story would be nice, wouldn't it?
We might have to pick up the pace because we are 30 minutes behind. There's 15 minutes left. This shortened thing is really crazy. I'm actually going to up the amount to 500 as well because I don't think we can really handle any more.
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't think we can handle any more questions. Pat and Soa, thank you for the 50 bits. With all the news about certain states restricting what schools can teach to kids, do you ever think about reviewing the South Park movie? Besides being hilarious and having amazing music, I legit thought it's the best movie that tackles raising a child and, more importantly, the importance of having a simple conversation with children before blaming all of the world.
I have it
love
on the
that
list.
movie.
That's another one I have to think about how to do it, though.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. I was referring to the season finale of What If, where Ultron used both stones to turn himself into a giant.
Ah, gotcha. Now we know.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. Heather, what if you three were the directors of Mad Max Fury Road? I mean, watch the review.
There you go. Yeah.
KP Kruk, thank you for the 50 bits. I read recently that Tom Holland will be starring in a Fred Astaire biography film. However, in his will, he specifically said he didn't want any films made about him. How do you feel about studios disrespecting last wishes of deceased screen legends like him?
Oh, that's no problem. They disrespect the living wishes anyway, so.
Yeah.
That's true, I guess, huh? Thank you for the raid, Jerry. Appreciate that. Welcome, everyone. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on the animation style of The Amazing World of Gumball?
Oh, I love it. I love the variety
Oh, yeah.
they have in there. It's very, very clever.
Oh, it's a fun show.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. What was the most expensive things you guys ever bought for yourselves? The PS5 was definitely the most expensive purchase that I ever made. My car?
Yeah, I mean...
I don't know if that counts, but my car?
I was gonna say, yeah.
Luxury goods, like, yeah, I mean, the PS5 or a new computer.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing.
Like PS4 or something like that, yeah.
And Tari, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, what do you think of the Avatar 2 trailer?
I thought it looked pretty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was typing something. Anu, thank you for the 60 bits. I would like to see your take on a French movie with Gerard Depardieu, I think that's his name, called Asterix and Obelix, just to know what you think about it.
Never even heard of it. I'll try to check it out.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. Ulysses Klaue was my personal favorite villain in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. What about the three of you?
Shit, man.
I'm boring, Thanos.
Yeah, or Killmonger. Is that the dude from Black
Yes.
Panther?
Yes.
A toss up between Thanos and him.
I'm gonna go with Ronan, just because he took himself so goddamn seriously, and it was very funny.
The vlogger dude, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Adam
Happy birthday.
Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you seen the regular show? And if so, what are your thoughts?
No, and everyone says I need to, so at some point I'll
I
get
know.
around to it.
DCL Coda, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you guys seen the trailer for the Weird Al biopic? I'm very interested to see how it goes, but I think Daniel Radcliffe is going to be so much fun to watch.
I second
Yeah,
that. She should be fun to watch.
Yeah. The Steam Lord, thank you for the 50 bits. Is it fair to say Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin is the best MCU villain by default?
I wouldn't go that far, but he is very good. He'd be up there. I
I
think.
mean, I also like Doc Ock too, so the two
Yeah.
of them are really good.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. Willem Dafoe rules. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. How would you guys feel if Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau decided to redo and direct Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker? I mean, sure, I guess.
It's happening. Like this whole, I swear to God, this whole thing about putting Luke Skywalker in these damn shows is all a demo reel to see if they can get away with it, so they can just do a completely digital new Star Wars universe. And they're like, well, here's the story now, guys. That was just that was other Legends kind of sort of universe. And like, they're gonna do it, I swear to God, eventually.
The Steam Lord, thank you for the 50 bits. Topher Grace should have appeared as a villain in No Way Home. Not Venom, just Topher Grace himself.
that
Would have been great.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 100 bits. Superman was born the son of one Robin Hood, but raised by another. Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hewlett fan, thank you for the 50 bits. What sequel do you want to see a movie that we'll probably never get? Also, could you ever do an NC on any of David Fincher's films? I personally think David Duchere could direct an amazing R-rated Batman film.
Showgirls. Let's get a sequel.
And at one point I like to talk about Fight Club, but again, I think I gotta get the style down for what I want to do with that. If you talk about David Fincher.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. Last bits for the night in response to the Halo criticism. Master Chief did remove his helmet multiple times, especially when the book describes his face and the game showed him without his armor.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I never played Halo.
I didn't really play too much of it, so.
I didn't have an Xbox, so.
Queen Calificent, thank you for the 50 bits. Norman Osborn after being cured in No Way Home. I can't wait to see Harry again. Toby Peter, yeah, about that.
Complicated. Too soon.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 100 bits. Who's your favorite Marvel female character? This question is for you too, Heather.
Like, just not even MCU, just Marvel?
I mean, if you're talking just Marvel, I love Miss Marvel and Squirrel Girl.
I was going to say Rogue.
Who doesn't
for
love
me,
Squirrel
I think.
Girl?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Rogue's really good. Yeah, I'll go with Rogue.
Adam Gunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which parody Joker did you find funnier? Zach Galifianakis in Lego Batman or Alan Tudyk in Harley Quinn? Alan Tudyk. I love that man so much.
Lego Batman for me, actually. I thought it was a little funnier.
I'll go with Alan Tudyk just because I love Alan Tudyk.
Big Jack Films, thank you for that 17-month subscription. Welcome back. Appreciate that. I can't believe you didn't mention in the Rugrats movie how Grandpa started World War II. I sounded the alarm as soon as I could.
I must have missed that line. Sorry.
I thought you mentioned, because I thought I saw that in the review, that line.
Oh, maybe I'm already blanking. It was so long ago.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Should we ever count box office numbers in the first week of the movie's release? Because if the movie's garbage, we wouldn't know until second week. So being number one the first week shouldn't mean anything.
No, it does. It shows how well advertising is. It shows how much people are excited for it,
good
how much
for
they
the
want to
bean
see it.
counters, basically. Yeah, the chart guys.
It's also good just culturally to show like what people get excited about. So I think it's an okay thing to count.
But lasting power, you're right. You need all the weeks considered.
Super Vegito, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey Doug, I was wondering if you've ever heard of or would ever do a video on the kind of forgotten show Star Wars Detours.
I never even heard of that one.
I haven't watched
look it up.
Yeah. I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you know that Olive Garden joke in the first Sonic the Hedgehog? A lot of that was not product placement. Olive Garden didn't pay them for that. It was just a joke, and then it seemed to keep growing on set. The joke was originally just the general gives them a crappy gift card at the end, but it became a whole thing. It worked its way back into earlier in the movie.
Boy, that's why you gotta watch your improv a little closer.
Yeah.
I thought that was such a dumb joke, but again,
it was.
What do I know?
Really was.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What is your favorite episode of Bob's Burgers? For me, it has to be Bob Fires the Kids. Seeing the kids naively sell pot when they think they're giving out blueberries was hilarious.
That was a really good one. Teaching Tina how to drive in the parking lot. Ha, ha. There's only one car in the lot and she runs into it. And the full-size bar Halloween episode.
I was going to say the Halloween full-size bar is probably that.
KP Kruk, thank you for the 50 bits. If Disney were to ever remake Bedknobs and Broomsticks, who would you want to play the reading roles of Eglantine Prince and Professor Brown? By the way, I hope they don't.
Yeah, I don't know.
In this order, Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard.
Great, fantastic. A proven recipe of success. Kevin Lane, thank you for the 100 bits. It's said that with enough juice, a piece of vibranium can become a self-sustaining power source. In my opinion, that'd be awesome. Your thoughts?
Awesome as well.
Sure.
Yeah. We love good, reusable, clean energy. I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, will you review Ultraviolet, the vampire film starring Mila Jovovich? I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
Check a little of it.
Good job.
I haven't seen it. I probably should because I hear it's quite bad.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. It's ironic. Dr. Morbius had a disease where he couldn't produce his own blood, so combined his DNA with that of a vampire bat, and now he has to feed off the blood of others.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of the fun.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. I don't know, but I hope that you guys do check this year's Oscar-winning film, Coda, soon, because I just watched a couple of weeks ago and I loved it. Hopefully there's a physical DVD or Blu-ray copy soon so I can own it. If you have a chance, please check it out. I saw it. It was
I saw it.
Great.
I thought it was good.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. But I'm also a music person, so. Larry C2K, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi again. Hello.
Hi.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Fun fact about Romeo and Juliet, Sealed with a Kiss. The film was written, animated, and directed entirely by one man, former Disney animator Phil Nibelink.
Oh, okay. Oh, passion project. That's cool.
Alex, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi, guys. I love you guys and channel. You guys should do a Lethal Weapon month.
I like those movies. I don't think I have a passion to talk a whole month about them, but I do like them.
I'm getting too old for that shit.
Larry C2K, thank you for gifting that sub to Jerry. Appreciate that. Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. Heather, I was joking about your headphones. Also, in the Hunchback of Notre Dame, Frollo sees what resembles heaven's light when he's told the gypsy escaped. He gets his chance to let her go, but he turns his back on it towards the fire. See the symbolism.
There you go.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, totally.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Apparently, there's been rumors of a Doom Patrol spinoff on the Dead Boy Detectives. Does that sound promising at all to you? Personally, I think it's a bit too soon since we only saw them once.
Well, I feel like when it starts, they won't be boys anymore. That's the issue. But I loved those characters and those actors.
Yeah, they were good characters.
So I'd love to see a show. But yeah, they might be too old by the time it comes out.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. What's your problem with Suicide Squad's Joker? I'm not complaining, I'm just curious.
Awful.
Suicide Squad. Oh, the Joker. God, I'm so thinking of the new one. Yeah, just too over the top. Didn't do much. I don't think I hate him as much as everyone else, but I wasn't a fan.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. When I typed Avatar 2, I mean a sequel to the sci-fi film Avatar, I fear you three cannot recognize jokes when you read them or hear them. We know jokes. we got it. Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. Also, have you seen Children of a Lesser God movie? When I say I saw Coda, I recognize the mother from a couple SVU episodes, and I go, oh, wow, she looks fantastic in her age, and she won an Oscar for that film.
Yeah, no, it's a very good movie. I like that movie a lot.
Larry C2K, thank you for the 100 bits. Condiment King, but make it more creepy. He would be cool, but old addition to the Batman series.
Yeah, it'd be a challenge to make Condiment King cool. I'd be down for that.
Smash Ultra, thank you for the 50 bits. Should Insomniac make a Spider-Verse game where you can make your own Spider-Man in another dimension? Because I think that's what PS5 was built for.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Honest Reviewer, thank you for the 50 bits. Thinking about last week's review about miscast voice acting, I think back to The Rock in Planet 51, who gives such an odd performance I keep forgetting that it's him. Compared to his role in Moana, the acting is night and day.
I heard that. I haven't seen that one, but I did hear that. Like, the acting's really odd.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Not gonna lie, the fox from The Bad Guys, Diane Foxington, is probably my favorite character in the movie. Not only is she badass, but she looks gorgeous.
Yeah, she's cool.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. What happened to the Dragon's Lair movie Don said he would make? Any ideas?
I know they got, like, what's the proof of concept made.
Okay.
After that, I don't know. I didn't keep up.
Probably have to ask them.
Yeah.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. First pineapple pizza, then broccoli pizza? What's next?
Pizza.
Pizza in Japan comes with corn and mayonnaise. That was shocking and weird. Cheese pizza topped with corn and mayonnaise. It's a thing. JT, thank you for the 50 bits. What would you guys say is Hugh Laurie's best role in both movies and TV shows? I mean, he's House.
Blackadder.
Oh, I haven't seen Blackadder.
We grew up with Blackadder, so we're always going to have a soft spot for that.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 150 bits. I'm planning to learn ASL after I learn Japanese. It's because of Coda, a silent voice, etc. And I think it's really cool as I get older.
Yeah, it's a good thing to learn.
Yeah, Silent Voice, that's another great movie.
Yeah. Alexander, thank you for the 50 bits. What is your all-time favorite live-action supervillain portrayal?
Arnold Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze.
I'd have to think.
I mean, Ledger's Joker for me, but I have a soft spot for those movies.
I'll say either Thanos or Killmonger. Those really were great villains.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. The Watcher's name is pronounced either Uatu or Uatu. Okay.
No, I know.
KP Kruk, thank you for the 50 bits. An idea for your next Nostalgiaween intro, you should do a rendition of Bing Crosby's Headless Horseman song from Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
That's what we were going to do
yeah.
last year, but then we decided to go with the other one. But yeah, we are actually talking about that.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, do you think you'll review The Weekenders or plan on doing a crossover with Toonerific Tyreek?
I don't even know what The Weekenders is. I'm sorry. And for the moment, I'm laying off crossovers, but who knows? Maybe in the future. He seems like a cool guy.
Pat and Soa, thank you for the 50 bits. I know it's not Disney, but I can't recommend the Batman Arkham series enough. Maybe do a special DC month for December? December? Boom. I apologize.
That's good. I like that. I like those games. Yeah, I really, really enjoy them.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. I cannot afford to eat popcorn at Tinseltown, a movie theater. The canola oil in the butter gives me acid reflux. At Tinseltown, pizza's an option, but which would you three prefer? I love a good popcorn with a movie. I'm a traditional.
I'm with you. The popcorn's too. The older I get, the more I'm just like, ugh, I don't feel well afterwards.
Me too. It doesn't make me feel well, so I probably do the pizza.
I probably they do like these little nacho kits. I'd probably do that.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, since most of the original ideas that you wanted to do seem to be done already, do you think you could make a remake that you could bring something new to?
I don't know.
Remake Schindler's List.
Yeah. Really needs to be done again. Really needs a reboot.
Kevin Lane, thank you for the 50 bits. Would you please do a top 11 Rugrats episode? I ask on behalf of Skywalker Bond.
Oh, I haven't seen enough, especially for how long that show's been on. I only saw the first couple seasons while I was a kid.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 150 bits. I would love for you to do an Alien month in the future because I love the first two movies, especially Aliens. Maybe discuss those two in Prometheus and Alien Covenant?
Maybe, because we've done some of the Alien Predator movies,
Covenant's
so we'll see.
Such a piece of shit.
That's what I hear.
Jared, thank you for gifting that sub to Randall. Appreciate that. Thank you. Jared, thank you again for the raid. Appreciate that. Honest Reviewer, thank you for the 500 bits. Last bits for the day in the Rugrats review when Doug said, "It hit me. The journey they think they're on is more entertaining than the one they're actually on." So in other words, it's a perfect representation of the show.
Yeah, guess you could put it like that. I like the show. Okay.
And that's it. That's the last bits, man. Not to toot my own horn, but I figured that out pretty well.
There, man.
Well done.
All right, everyone. It is 7:01, so we do not have time, unfortunately, to get to the highlighted questions today. Maybe next time. But thank you so much for joining us here today. We appreciate you being here. We do have content here 6 days a week. Tomorrow, Malcolm will not be here in the afternoon, but Doug will be here in the evening. It'll be interesting because he's starting off with a mini boss battle. You never beat that owl last. You never beat that owl last time, so.
Great survivors.
So yeah, come on back. We got content here Monday through Saturday. Hopefully we will see you here. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will see y'all later.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. 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 Go see Doctor Strange. Goodbye.